So you're telling me this is a par 5?
Oh,
did I do it?
So smooth, so incredible.
Did we used to have another host? Was there another host we used to have? I can't remember.
No, doesn't matter. He says it so not like an intro. You know what I mean? Like he says it like
I know.
Yeah.
So I knew I couldn't oversell it because I know it's something I would normally do. But I was like, cut the enthusiasm, just say it.
Monty says something like it's not meant to be. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that checks completely. Okay. Okay. Irene, we sent like these questions ahead of time, so hopefully you've had some time to think about it. But I'm gonna ask, this is part A of number 1. What is your favorite golf course?
Silvertip, easy.
Awesome.
Canmore.
Love it. Is it the course you've played the most?
No.
Okay.
So Redwood Meadows is the one that I've played the most. I don't know. Are these just like quick questions, or do you want to give me?
You can expand. We want you to expand.
Talk about why you like it.
We've got 4 more hours to fill and only 5 questions. So
perfect. I love Silvertip because it is just such a challenging. Like, I don't know if you guys there's no swearing, right?
No.
You you swear as much as you want.
It's so fucking challenging, but I love it. It's like adrenaline. Like it's literally, I feel like a kid in a playground because like it's number 2, that par 5 where you could see the green, but then the slopes, and you're like, okay, like this one's definitely going into the trees. But if you're lucky, you hit a hill and it like bounces all the way down. If it's like if the fescue's not there, but yeah. Anyway, it's like super challenging. I love the slope, and like I gotta pump Les Ferber's, I think that's how I pronounce it, his tires up because like holy crap, he's done a hell of a job on that golf course.
So cool. I've never played Silvertip, but it's on my list.
What?
I know. I don't know how.
You got to get out there.
Yeah, get to a JLP. The part B of that question is you could play any course in the world other than Augusta, St. Andrews, or Pebble.
Definitely. Michael Jordan's The Grove. Just because it seems like a balling course. I feel like I would have a lot of fun at it because it's not your typical like prestige, like, or sorry, pronounce that wrong, but that it's not your like typical like
snobbish bullshit.
Yeah.
Looking for?
We got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
Like it's fun.
Thank you.
We actually had Dan Quinn on who plays that course.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he's like he plays it with Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And he said they'll be there, and like Michael Jordan's there, and like who else? Ricky Fowler will be there, and Dustin Johnson, and said it's just ridiculous.
That's living the golf dream right there. Like
that's not bad at all.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I asked him if he ever thinks like how crazy it is that he's there, but he also played in the NHL for a long time, so I think he might have been insulted by that.
Yeah. I won a cup with Lemieux, or I don't know if he won a cup.
He used to play on a line with Mario Lemieux, but
yeah,
don't you find it crazy that you get to play that golf course?
What an accomplishment!
Yeah.
Well, speaking of dreams or ideals, Irene, the next question is: you can put together your ideal foursome with the caveat no PGA, LPGA, or I guess live tour golf players. Who is rounding out your foursome? Oh, and anyone alive or dead.
So many rules.
Well,
you know
what this podcast is about.
We made a lot of rules because we were afraid we were gonna get like the same answers all the time if we didn't, and then we made the rules and we get the same answers all the time. It's Bill Burr every time.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, who's that?
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Who is he? Yeah.
I can't wait for your answers.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
Oh, Bill Murray?
Oh, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
No. Honestly, I saw this one and I was like, I don't even know if I want to golf with anybody that's not a professional. Jokes. But I'm gonna totally cheat on no, not like that. But like, like, I mean, how sorry, that came out totally wrong. I meant that like
No, you're good.
No.
okay.
It was just
I
our
mean, like,
reaction.
Yeah.
we're cutting that one, jokes. But like, I don't know. I did see this question and it just I did not do my homework.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
So
You know
That
what?
is
They
fair.
don't even have to be people who play golf. Just who do you
Yeah.
admire? Like who
Yeah, who
are
do you wanna
3
hang out
people
with?
you admire that you
I
want
mean,
to?
it could be the three of us on the Zoom call.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Who would you like to spend 4 hours with in your element? Where
Yeah.
like
Okay.
you're the best player, they're sort of in awe of you, but you get to also just spend
Yeah.
4 hours walking around or in a cart with.
Okay. I think I gotta go with my like 3 comedians: Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and Jesse McCarthy.
Yeah.
Wow, there we
Yeah.
go.
Wait a minute, I don't. Who's
Yeah.
Jesse McCarthy?
Isn't
Yeah.
that the
Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny
oh
McCarthy.
Jenny?
Right.
Oh, okay. See,
I
but
love
that's the
that
thing. But see, that's the thing. Like, there's not much. Like, I could be. Like, how do I say this? Like, I guess there's not that many people out there that I do like truly, like that I don't know that I admire. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's great. Totally.
So like when it comes to like family, like I guess I golf with all of them,
Mhm.
or anybody outside of the golf community. I
That's
guess there's
great.
not anybody that like I guess I'm a fangirl of because
To
I just
me,
like
yeah, that speaks
yeah
to your character, I think, a bit. I just don't think you put people who don't need to be on pedestals on pedestals. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
celebrities, or it's like, well, okay, I don't know. It doesn't impress me that much, which is like, I think, such a great quality that you have.
You know, we had a question around what people drink on the golf course, and we know you've got your history and things, and so we weren't sure, but Gina sort of reassured us that you like talking about this kind of stuff, and weren't sort of shy about talking about alcohol and that kind of thing. But so that's the preface to the question. The actual question is, how do you keep cool on the course, like on a hot summer day? What do you do to keep cool?
what do you drink like
Mhm.
that keeps me
Or
cool?
drink, or is it a tire? Do you stay in the cart? Do you seek shade out at any time you can?
On the super hot days, I think of golf. I don't know. I think mm, I guess it hasn't been too hot for me yet for me to
Oh,
find
okay.
out.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Are you drinking?
But
Are you keeping like ice water nearby? Are you drinking a Diet Coke? What do you?
no, just
Gatorade?
blue Gatorade,
Gatorade.
even if it's
Nice.
warm.
Yep.
Like nothing too special. Like I just wear my bucket hat that Darryl loves, and
You keep
No.
that wet?
that's good enough. That's good enough for me.
Now, Irene, you have been proudly sober for how many years now?
September will be 5.5 years.
Oh, good for you. That's so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Congrats. I bet that helps you kind of stay focused on the
Yeah,
golf
I was
course
gonna
as
say.
everybody is drinking around you and falling apart.
You know what's crazy? I just like golf with when was it? I think it was like 2, 3 weeks ago. And yeah, they were. And like it was just for fun. It was just a round, but not gonna lie, it was like maybe my ego was like a little bit fed there because I was like, oh, like these guys thought they were deadly. I'm beating them, like playing from the blues with them.
Yes.
So it was good.
Nice.
You like see them crack a beer and you're like, perfect. I'm gonna get them.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4. This is another 3-parter. You're welcome. What is the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course?
Oh, just like I think hopefully we have all seen this because it's awesome. Is just like a putter or a wedge goes flying
Oh,
like
yeah,
off the
yeah,
green into the trees. Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
I
It's
once
so
saw
funny.
someone throw an 8-iron and a 7-iron into the woods, and then they stuck up in the tree, and those clubs were never found. And that's why my 7-iron and my 8-iron don't match my set.
Stop. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real. Every time I play that course,
shit.
I go look and just see what I played it in the fall one time. All the leaves are gone, and I was like, can I see it? All the leaves are gone. But no, I couldn't see either one of them.
Oh my God. So you're just constantly searching for the ghost of your irons. That's
Pretty much. But you know
like,
what the worst part was? I was playing great, and then I hit a drive right up against a lip in a bunker. And then it took me 3 shots to get it out. And I was like, you son of a, and I just threw the 7-iron. And then I'm like, yeah, you should have hit an 8-iron. And then I went back and got the 8-iron, threw that in the woods because I was mad at myself that I didn't hit the 8-iron to begin with. So
then you just lost them forever.
Yeah, it was in a really thick tree where I threw them, and it's you go in there and it's like vines almost, like it's stuck. They're stuck up there for sure. It's all right. I got good irons. They're nice now. I got better irons.
GLP, I assume you've never broken a club. Have you ever? No. Tossed anything?
I think that would be impressive though, just to snap it. Oh, that'd be great. I'd probably feel really good. No, I have never thrown. I think it's because I worked for Score Golf, where I had to like continually, under immense pressure when I was so bad at golf, play with great golfers.
Right.
And I just learned to be like, no, like just like suck down any emotion whatsoever and just keep smiling. Which, like, I don't know. I don't know if I needed to go that far with it. I could have been a bit more real. But now that I'm a bit more, I'm better at golf, and I've worked at golf. So yeah, I'm starting to notice I have more of a temper when things go sideways. So now I'm gonna have to learn how to control that.
I try breathing.
And Irene, have you ever broken a club either out of anger or just out of sheer velocity of your swing? Have you ever snapped a shaft or something?
Not a shaft, but I've definitely smashed in 2 driver heads from just swinging. But I've never broken a club out of anger. I have not thrown one, but I do let out the F word like plenty of times. Easy.
Yeah, same.
And can you describe, hold on, that smashing the head of the club? What did that feel like? That must have been huge adrenaline rush.
You know what's crazy is that you don't know it until you like hit a few more golf balls and you're like, my driver's off. And you take a look and you're like, holy shit, what did I just do? Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem with my driver. I've just hit it too hard.
Okay, so those times that you do lose it a little bit and say fuck on the golf course, how do you stop from losing it more? Like, what do you do to like regain your composure? Such a good question from a professional host.
Well, I think I'm like so far into the game, I don't even know how I got to this point, but it's just like a quick like fuck me, and then on to the next shot,
and that's it.
Like you gotta move on fast. Like if you dwell on those things, like I found out like early on in like when I was like 17, 18, that like you can't dwell on it, because let's say if your approach shot, you had a decent drive, your approach shot is like on the green off the green on a par 4, you could still chip and putt it. But when I did lose it, or like just like let those not so good feels consume me, I walked off with a double par. So like, I kind of like obviously trial and error, right? Had to really like take those double pars and just kind of like learn from it and grow. So like now, like this is my 11th year playing this game, that it's just like, no, you got to move on fast because this will affect your game. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question that doesn't have anything to do with this? When was the moment when you went, did just everybody go, you should enter long drive contests? Like, what was that moment?
So
I'm a pretty good host.
Yeah, it's a par 6, man.
That moment was actually, I think it was my first year of golfing, and I was golfing with a member. I'll always remember his name because he has the same name as my dad. His name was Paul. He was a member over at the Buffalo Run golf course. Like Sutton has 2 golf courses, so it was a 9-hole course, and yeah, he was a member there, and we went out for a round. And I remember this was on the first par 4 that I ever drove in my life, number 6 at Buffalo Run. And it was we're like walking up to the green, and he's kind of like, do you know who Lisa Longball is? And I was like, no, is that her real last name? And he kind of laughed, and he's like, no. He's like, but like, Google her. Like, she's like this Canadian long drive champion. She was here from Calgary. And I think that's something that you should get into, is like long drive. And so I was like, okay. And yeah, later that night on my dial-up internet, I'm Google searching Lisa Longball. And that's kind of where I found out, like, that's really that day, or like that evening, was when this dream of being a Canadian long drive champion, like that seed was like planted. So I remember that day.
That's awesome. That actually dovetails perfectly into the last question, which is your favorite golf moment, which I think the phrasing of the question denotes that it's something in your past, but I kind of sort of feel like your favorite golf moment is still in your future. You know what I mean? Because there's so much ahead of you.
I mean, like, I just got chills right there.
So did I.
Like they're
these two are fighting for top broadcast person here, and now Nick has just brought his game up. He knows he's not wearing a bucket hat this week. He's really by the way, that lack of consistency, no bucket hat.
Well,
okay. But yeah,
Is
what
this
a
my
question.
retirement party?
Yeah. What a question.
Well, I don't know. Was there a question in there? Like what? Like
yeah.
What do you? Okay. Like, well, I guess. What are you most excited about in the future?
I think I guess I like, this is just gonna like this hits my feels of like, I think of what I'll be able to do in this game, and like whether it's like accomplished or to experience. Like, I feel like just 2 weeks ago when I met Michelle Lee, I like, that was awesome. That was a big confirmation that I'm on the right path for me.
Yeah.
And like, just to like days before that, I was doubting myself. Like, what am I doing? Why did I leave my job? Like am I even good at long drive? Like is this something that's for me, or am I just like living a fantasy right now? And so when that all happened, like, and like it wasn't just meeting Michelle Wee, but it was that whole Shaw Classic week of like people noticing me at Shaw Classic, like, because I have my bucket hat on. I have my sunglasses on, and so you can't really like notice like, hey, that's Irene. But I had people like, hey, are you Irene? And I was like, yeah. Oh, you're the long drive champ. And I didn't recognize these people, and that's kind of where it like really hit me, where it's like you're like, I think, yeah, it just like hit me like, well, if this is like the start of it, like this can't be the end of things, or this can't be the end of like my golf journey, you know, like like I feel like I'm meant to do much more. And so like the way you said it, Nick, I was like, yeah, that gave me chills, because I really truly believe that I'll have some of my greatest moments like in the future to come.
That's so cool. That's so awesome.
It's crazy though that you think that you have those moments where you think, am I good at this? But you're like a 2-time national champion. You're not good at it. You're great at it.
Right.
That's
I know why she feels that way, because I interviewed her once before. It's because, correct me if I'm wrong, Irene, it's because you feel like you stumbled on golf because of all your natural talent. And like that win came as such a surprise initially, right? So does that play into how you view yourself?
Oh, good question.
I'm taking the crown back.
GLP is so
Honestly.
competitive. No one's gonna ask a better question than me.
Like honestly, that does play a role into why like I do think this, or do think like I don't think it's all a fluke. Like I definitely do believe like everything happens for a reason. I'm different. I'm
Mm,
different in this industry. I don't have everything like handed to me.
right.
But I'm not saying like everybody that's like professional. Like I mean, there is a high percentage of individuals that do have like the way paid for them, or
Mhm.
like bought for them, or I don't know, whatever it is. But I do see it and I do feel it that I'm different. That like different as in like these individuals have been playing since they were kids.
Yeah.
I have I started when I was 16. I have that about 5-6 year gap of like addiction in the middle of this. And then, I'm still on my healing journey, still in my recovery. Like I'm still like I'm an alcoholic. And
Mm,
that is something that's real. And that's something like I am super proud of, because like a lot of like I guess like it kind of gives me that extra edge, because I'll like try like I'm just going to put all, how do you say, um I know what it is to have nothing
mm.
and to struggle, like, and so I think that gives me an extra edge. But like I'm different. Like I don't fit in with the people. I don't fit in with like this industry. Sometimes it feels like, so like it does make me question, like, am I right for this?
That's good.
But
This
yeah.
golf needs more people who are different.
Yeah, keep
You know
fucking
what?
being different.
Yeah,
God damn.
yeah.
Keep in mind that tree on the left side of the fairway. And something distracted him.